They will do this when the conversation's getting good. So I don't know shit about the Steam thing.
So fucking stupid. My bad.
It's bad.
That shit. All right, so I'm gonna have to limit each podcast to fucking 90 fucking minutes before this shit gets to crack out hour.
Right.
Okay. All right. We have one more topic anyway.
Damn, we just moving on.
Yeah, because I ain't trying.
Like, did y'all have anything else to say shit about the Steam thing?
Well, if we have one more topic, we're not gonna be all night.
Yeah, we can finish. I don't know where we left off at after the buffer, but like
Steam Deck.
Talking about the Steam Deck.
Yeah, you can finish with the Steam Deck.
Old Man Logan.
Crash Deck.
No, I was just saying. I mean, I don't really have anything really to say. It's
this
not
man trying to hurt feelings.
I'm not a super big mobile gamer. Like I have a Switch and I play it from time to time. Obviously, I'm gonna play the Pokemons, and then I literally have a Switch pretty much for just like the Nintendo stuff like that. That's pretty much what it is. So those are few and far between when they come out. So like the Steam Deck doesn't really have any appeal to me because it's just kind of when I don't really have time to mobile game like that much. So I don't see the purpose, at least for me, to purchase it just because I'm gonna I have my systems at home that I'm gonna play and stuff like that. So just in what I do and what I game as, I mean, it's not gonna be for me, but I mean, there's obviously a market for it. There's people that obviously want it, so I'm not gonna sit there and dog anybody that wants to put the money down on it and buy it. I mean, if that's what they want, it's their money. Why would I sit here and tell people what to spend their money on? So that's pretty much all I got.
What Nintendo games you play on Nintendo joint?
I did like the Pokemons. I did the Super Mario 3D Land, with the Bowser's Fury.
All right, man. Mario.
One of the series I've been waiting for was Bayonetta 3. Whenever the hell that decides it wants to come out.
Yep.
It's been like
Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4. Even the new Metroid that's coming out looks pretty cool.
See, that one, I'm not
play that.
Super big into 2D side scroller, but I might try it out. But it just depends on.
Yeah, Nick said he's like 2D games, but he's not hyped for that new Metroid game.
I mean, nah,
man. What you talk about?
I don't know proof of it. Look, Nintendo needs to get some achievements so we can prove these things.
Let me address the
I know you got it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was between OBS and YouTube. Like OBS went down first, and then I would restart the stream, but it wouldn't connect to YouTube, and then YouTube stopped working after OBS started working. So I really don't know. It was the weirdest kind of scenario that happened. This usually doesn't happen to me. This usually only happens to BG. But but we're looking green now. I'm looking at the bottom right of my screen. That's why
I got the stream up right now too.
It says it's
it looks good too on my end.
Looks healthy. So shout out to Don Otaku. No one ever talks about the Switch has more 60 FPS first party games than Sony did throughout the whole PS4 gen.
Come on, bro.
Absolutely.
Facts.
That's why I'm a PC gamer now, because Sony had trash FPS. That's why I moved. That's why I moved. But I'm not gonna give Nintendo a golf clap for fucking Wii U ports, my guy.
Hell no.
Listen.
I'm not doing that.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. As much as I criticize Nintendo, I will say this. Go back to the past two podcasts. Anyways, you say you like 2D games, but you're not buying Metroid. So that's you. Second of all,
my God, you never said.
Well, I never said
he wasn't gonna buy it, bro. Right. You gassed.
But look. Nintendo has first party games. That's the thing. What first party games do you get on Steam Deck?
It don't matter, bro. I'm playing those first party games on the Steam Deck.
I have another announcement. Out of spite for the Steam Deck, aka the trash deck, I bought a PS Vita off eBay.
This man is really trying to. I don't know what type of movement he's trying to be on, but
he's on
he's buying dead platforms. Like, yo, look at this, bro.
I'm
Like,
assuming.
I'm over here
He is
like
Vita.
it don't matter to me what you buy. It's your money, and then you got Jay over here like trash.
Look at
that,
what I
fuck
bought.
that. Like,
The
fuck
fuck?
that. Like,
I'm
look,
not telling.
talking
No, listen.
Vita.
I'm not telling people not to buy it. You can clearly buy it. Go ahead. I'm not buying it, and I'm telling you
I
why
can't
I'm not buying
believe
it.
Jay is capping
That-
for
I don't
Nintendo
even-
out here, bro.
I have no idea why he bought
I'm
a
not
PS
capping
Vita,
for
bro. I don't get
Nintendo.
it.
All I'm saying is I was harder on Nintendo than I originally was. But guess what? I like the fact
Nah,
I like
you
the
should
fact
say
that
that.
Steam. I like the fact that
We
Valve is
capping.
doing this because hopefully this puts pressure on Nintendo to say, "Yo, we need to come out with something more powerful." Now, do I think they're gonna
They
do
ain't
that?
gonna do that
Hell
shit.
no.
No.
I don't think they're gonna do that because
absolutely not.
those executives over there are so out of touch. So out of touch. They don't care. It's all they're making their money right now. That's all that matters to them. They don't
Nah.
care about what we want as a consumer, and that's fine. Go right
Nah.
ahead.
Who don't care what we want as a consumer?
The executives at
Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
They don't
Nah,
listen to what we
but-
say.
But all I'll say, the biggest difference between the Switch and the Steam Deck is the Steam Deck is meant to be a companion device to your gaming PC.
Yeah.
The problem with the
Right.
Nintendo Switch is it's the only platform that they offer, and they're offering it, and they're designating it as a secondary device because it is so, what do you call it? Mediocre, below mediocre. See, that's the biggest problem with that I have. Like Steam Deck is literally a what do you call it? A gaming laptop. Like you don't have a gaming laptop. I don't have a gaming laptop, but people own them.
I used to have a gaming laptop actually, and I really did enjoy my gaming laptop.
Yeah, see, like you took your gaming on the go with a gaming laptop.
You know, it was
It's the
mainly because
same- it's the same thing.
I was living in a dorm and I needed portability. That was for me.
Oh, this could be.
Yeah, I wasn't like in Starbucks.
Dorm.
I wasn't like in Starbucks on Wi-Fi playing my PC, like my gaming laptop. No, like I was in the dorm. I was in class. Like I was taking it between those two places.
Yeah, I'm gonna just play this shit like I work or I'm fucking at home when I'm just chilling. But the idea is that it's a companion. It's a companion to your gaming PC. The Switch, they wanted it to be treated as a companion device. But like my problem with Nintendo is it's all they offer. They offer nothing better. There's no better experience, but outside of emulating their fucking games, there's no better experience.
To make the Switch a companion because that's the whole entire purpose of the Switch is you can dock it and you can take it on the go. So
they designated it as a companion device themselves. They designated it as a secondary console.
But the
They've said
secondary
that.
console to what?
To your main platform, whether it be like a PC or a
PC,
PS5 or
Xbox,
something.
Sorry
Like the exec.
I have to have a quick thing that I have to do. Speaking of gaming laptops, you can turn your Xbox Series S into a gaming laptop with
Dude, I saw that.
I know what you're talking about.
With Upspec Gaming's X screen for the Xbox Series S. Shout out to them. Like, they hit me up on Twitter.
Oh my God, that's some big ass shit.
The infomercial
a couple days ago, and I was like, you know what? I thought it looked good, now, and I'm seriously. I know they met their goal, but I'm seriously considering backing this thing. Now, I probably wouldn't use it for the simple fact that you got to still plug up the Series S somewhere. Like, and it's like, okay, so I'm gonna put this on like my dining table or something like that. But it's a cool idea. It's a cool concept. Like,
how much?
Well, they got
is
plugins at restaurants though too, though.
Yeah.
So
How much
shit,
is
if you
this,
sit
dude?
by like a wall or something, shit, you clutch. Like you got the little junk right there. You just
well, I don't know how much is retailing for, or but I think you're looking at, honestly, I believe it's like upwards of $200. For the Switch.
okay.
I mean, honestly,
For a
that's not
small
too
display.
bad for a little screen that attaches to it.
Yeah.
It's not shit. They got speakers and all of that shit. Like that's crazy that they actually did that. Like,
What
Yeah,
size
I'm
is
good.
it?
I'm good on that.
It's cute, but yeah, I don't.
Yo, the
Yeah,
dude
shit, I'm not a
said, dude in the
portable
chat says
gamer,
that
so I mean,
is
like-
that PS1. You remember PlayStation 1 had some joint?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I love that. You're playing that. What was
yeah.
that one? That Spider-Man game? Oh, I don't even remember which one it was. But
It was the
yeah.
first one. The
about that
first one.
shit.
It's the first Spider-Man game. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
the PS1.
Yeah, Spider-Man game,
Literally,
yeah.
how they wrote out, zero, ONE.
Yeah, when you were all
That's
you were
crazy,
on the
man.
goddamn, you're on the rooftops and shit. Yeah, that shit.
But
Was
it would be something
Yeah.
cool that you could just like put in like a backpack or something like that. Just like backpack that drink around to the homie crib.
Yeah.
To,
Heavy, man.
to your
Might as
little
well
shit
set,
drink
like,
crib.
Yeah,
I might look into backing that.
I
Little
don't know.
shit. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I
'Cause
mean, it's
imagine,
better than carrying around
it
like the
sounds
360 where you
weird.
could put that in a backpack. I mean, shit.
Yeah, like imagine like with like okay, so if you're on an airplane, whatever, and you could literally pack that up on in your carry-on luggage onto a plane and literally play, plug it into the side panel of an airplane and play your Series S on a plane.
Yeah.
I
Wait.
mean,
Wait, I just thought about it though. What actually? What's the
because I'm going to Florida in October. I think I might buy this thing just to try it out and see if I can take it to Florida with me.
Never mind. I was gonna ask a dumb question. Never mind. I was gonna ask about like the wattage hours of carry on, which you're allowed to take on a plane, but that doesn't make sense. It's a series. It's a console and doesn't have whatever. But yeah, it's that's a cool idea, I guess.
Cool update.
Yeah, no, shit is dope. Like the Steam Deck, I'm not a portable gamer, so I really can't say nothing. Like, I guess it's cool. Like, it got like the trackpads on it, so that was cool. So I don't know. So I got nothing to say about this. I'm not a portable gamer, bro.
Yeah, but what the Steam Deck offers can't be beaten.
Yeah,
For $50 more than a Switch, it cannot
Jay
be.
just
beaten,
hates that thing, man.
Oh yeah, he just hates it to be a hater, bro. He's like BG.
No. I have legitimate reasons as to why I don't like it, which I highlighted earlier in the podcast. So yeah, I'm not on the trash deck. You guys can have it. That's fine.
He forgets that it's a PC. You can change the settings, bro.
I have a PC with a 3090. I'm good.
Okay, I have one with a 3080, bro. What does that mean? What the fuck?
Stop doing that.
You hyping that 10%, but like, bro, it is what it is. It's an option, bro.
Psychonauts
you can't be
2.
mad at an option, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about. I want to talk about Psychonauts.
Yeah,
2,
absolutely. We definitely gonna do that. Shout out to Emmanuel A1.
I got
Psychonauts 2, man. Yeah, it's making rounds. They had the big preview. A lot of people are enjoying this game. Look like it's probably going to score well when it releases next month. We got the specs of how it's performing on the Xbox consoles and even the PS4 and PS5 consoles. And with this update, it has it has shaken people to a certain degree. And now let me pull this up so we can all, the chat can see what we're talking about at the same time. Just gotta make sure I find myself
that one screenshot.
Yeah, I want a nice screen. I'm sorry, like no disrespect, no disrespect to Porter Rock, but I gotta use this screen, bro. I gotta use it. Hold on. I gotta hold up.
Oh my
Display
God.
capture. Let's make sure I get the wrong one. We're gonna do not this one, but this one. Yeah, no disrespect to Porter Rock, bro, but I gotta use this screen, bro. Like,
I wasn't sure which one it was.
It's J-Rock, yo. He's a fool, bro. Like, this dude's a freaking fool. Like, hold on, let me put like.
Oh man,
What?
No, that's crazy.
Yo, that's wild. What the fuck?
Oh my God,
man. Porter Rock up, pull up on you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so foul. Oh my! Why did you pick this up, bro?
Why did you pick this Twitter, up, bro? It's fucking Twitter. It's all right. So,
bro, this is what you just gonna have this up. This is the image that people were posting. No, this is what we gonna talk about, yo. It's this image. No, this is Psychonauts 2.
J-Rock's a
yo, what the fuck?
All right, yo, my man. Let me make this shit. All right, so
you see my man behind the point now.
That's fucking
you got
crazy.
Like a finger point now.
All right, so the real image is the metrics that they put out for for Psychonauts 2, and we were waiting for this. I kind of discovered this honestly on the Xbox store when I discovered the Madden issue. Of if they update the specs in the description, and they have. So we're gonna go. Xbox One is going a 1080 30, typical last gen stuff. Xbox One X 4K 30. Xbox Series S 1620p 60 frames per second, or 1080p 120 frames per second. HDR support, VRR support. Xbox Series X 4K 60 or 1440p at 120 hertz. HDR support and VRR support. PlayStation 4 Pro. PS4 1080 30, PS4 Pro 1440 1440p 30 frames per second, and PS5 via PS4 backwards compatibility. You get 1440 60. Windows unlimited, and VRR support, but strange no HDR support on PC. So, yeah, people called harm and foul on this, and after this came out, the first thing people ran to, shout out to Persona. I'm gonna go find his tweet. He says that this was deliberate.
Deliberately done.
A deliberate move against the PS5 done by an Xbox studio.
I feel like they'll probably upgrade it later on.
No, that's absolutely not.
That's a Mr. Fantastic stretch by him.
That man has got the tenfold cap on right now, bro. I got something to say about this shit, man.
All right, there we go. We got
I got some words too. So
we got Persona's tweet right here. He says, "Y'all can't sit here and tell me that the performance for Psychonauts 2 on PS5 wasn't deliberate." So what people aren't understanding here is before Double Fine was acquired by Microsoft and Xbox, Psychonauts was on just a crowdfunded game, to come out obviously for PS4, Xbox, PC, whatever. And it was just going to be a crowdfunded game for PS4. They got acquired, I think, in E3 2019, and with that, the Xbox backed the rest of the game and gave them obviously more so they can, because this game was going to be a mid as fuck game with a crowdfunded budget. Xbox, gave them the money to actually put into a full-fledged game. After the acquisition, they said, it allowed them to put all this content into the game, make the game longer, and it became a full game. And now, thanks to Xbox, everybody's getting a full effort here and not a crowdfunded effort. And due to its crowdfunding obligations, because had not been for the crowdfunded campaign to start it, this game won't be on PlayStation at all. But because of the crowdfund, they promised a PS4 version because of backers.
Yeah, they honored the deal.
Yeah, PS5 had nothing to do with that. So there was the crowdfunding. There was no PS5 in existence or anything like that. They only promised to deliver last-gen versions of the game. They got acquired by Xbox, and now that Xbox is your parent company, you do have to provide obviously the content for your company. And so Xbox has a new console, so they made a native next-gen version for the game, and it supports that. And they're also lucky that they actually went and tried to do whatever they can to make sure it does that BC Plus and get 60 frames per second if you're playing on a PS5. They didn't have to do that. You could have just been playing the native PS4 version at capped 30 frames per second. But it looks like what they're doing is they're going to unlock the frame rate or so on the PS4 Pro version so that PS5 hits that 60 frames per second.
60 frames. Yeah.
Didn't they do the same thing with Biomutant as well?
Yep,
the same shit happened with Biomutant.
Exactly what Biomutant.
Yep.
It's the same thing. And aren't they dealing with like a back compat version? Like usually for PS5, like they would have to make like a whole like PS5 version. So it's like you said with the deal and everything. Like it's like that was crowdfunded. That's how it got there, and that's it. Like there was no PS5 version, so they're really that. I mean, that's still like a good deal. Like I mean, shit, 60 frames, you're good. Like
now, I just want to say shout out to Oh No It's Alex.
Yeah.
He made fantastic video.
I gotta
on
see
this.
his video because I wanted.
I'm gonna take his points, but I also before I watched the video, I did know some. I thought about it. Like I saw the outrage, and I was like, wow, that kind of sucks. Why is this not on PC, or why is there no HDR on PC? But then I thought about it. It's crowdfunded. They would never promise the PS5 version, first of all. Second of all, these updates for the Series X and the S, these are just done via their superior backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
I don't know for a fact, but like auto HDR exists on the Xbox. It doesn't exist on PC. It doesn't exist on the PS5. So if they were to just use auto HDR, then that or that makes sense that the series consoles have them, the PS5 and the PC doesn't, because we don't have auto HDR. That shit is gonna be in Windows 11, 9, and 10. So simple shit like that. It's like, why are you thinking that they're trying to purposefully handicap you? It's your fault that the back compat of the PS5 is shit. Or it's not your fault. It's Sony's fault, and you're blaming other developers for it.
Yeah.
They never promised a PS5 version. It would take them extra time to make a PS5 version, because it's not going to be able to. It's not just a simple update like every other game that has been cross-gen and has had an update we've seen on the PS5. It's not just update. It's a completely different version. So to put on a fucking conspiracy cap on to say, they're hampering the fucking experience because they've got bought by Sony, like, you're just fucking dumb, bro.
Yeah. You know what's funny
Use
about
your fucking brain, my guy.
Because guess what? When they were saying about I got a lot of people that argued with me about Ghost of Tsushima the director's cut, right? And they were saying, hey, the reason why you should spend extra money on the director's cut is because they're building a whole entire PS5 version, right? Okay, cool. You make a great point there, right? But when these guys made the game for PS4 and didn't have time to make a PS5 version, that argument goes out the window magically now. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what?
It's because they literally forgot what happened 2 weeks ago. Like, my God.
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, they were just telling us. They were just telling us that all they did was uncap the frame rate for Ghost, and that's how you can play that 60 frames on PS5. But they're making an entirely native version because the back compat isn't going to work the way that it was supposed to. That's what they were telling me. But now, when a game doesn't have a full native port and is running in this back compat mode, it's on purpose. Like what are we really saying here? Come on.
It's
like,
exactly what happened in Bio. This is exactly what happened in BioMutant. That's true. Yeah. It's like it just happened. It's like, hey, the backwards compatibility, it's just better. Because the thing is, because now that you say that, bless. Now that I think about it, you're probably like, this is actually probably not even the native next gen version for Xbox.
It's
that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to say I put money on it, but like the series console has auto HDR.
It has
no
auto
other
HDR.
console has auto HDR.
It has obviously VR, and we've already seen what they've done with games. Because of for example, because of the Xbox One X supports 120 hertz, not in actual play, but in actual being able, technically, if we unlock this in performance mode,
they future-proof their
they
future-proof.
Yeah, they future-proof the Xbox One X. So technically, really, because all
it is just back compat. They're all just back compat.
This is exactly what happened with Mass Effect, the special edition.
Mass Effect.
This is exactly what happened. It was like, oh, why is the Xbox version only with 120 hertz option at 1440p? Oh, it's probably not even a native actual next gen version of the game.
Exactly, and this is why the World Health Organization should deem console fanboyism as a mental illness. Thank you, and thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Good night.
Oh man, hold on, let me read some of these super chats. Emmanuel A1 says for $5, Jim Ryan deliberately gimped the PS5 backwards compatibility features. That's why it's getting pimped, slapped by the Xbox Series S again. See, that's the different thing. Hold on, but then again, this is the reason why I have to play. Like, well, maybe it is a next gen because the Series S is running the game at 1620p. like at 1620p 60. So which means you look at the 1S would have to have a resolution mode and a performance mode, but it doesn't. It can't. It's just a straight 1920. So that's where I have to draw a line, because it would just take the profile of each system that is of its predecessor and perform better. But the Series S technically isn't really set up that way. Whereas the X is going to obviously grab the performance profile of the X and then obviously double the frame rate if it could. The S technically just if it's a next gen port, you're gonna get a resolution boost, you're gonna get a FPS boost. But if you're just running through back compat, you're usually not getting either, unless the game is running at an unlocked frame rate on both platforms. So that's where I can't. Then maybe it's not just BC, because the Series S, that Series S version, has a higher resolution and like frame rate. Like, you got two options on the Series S that both exceeds what you get on the PS5. Then the PS5 on the 1X. Performance-wise, it run laps it. It laps obviously it's doing better than what the 1S can do. It's doing better than what the PS4 Pro, and PS5 doing backwards compatibility can do, because it's also holding a higher resolution than what the PS4 Pro version is. Or
see, in terms of performance, like it's lapping the 1X for real. So it's just like, the 1X just has like visuals on it, obviously, but in terms of
a game like that, the visuals are going to be the same. I think across the board, the resolution, it will literally come down to resolution.
I don't think.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because like the 1X, it output at 4K. Like, I beat like a couple games that I went back and played on the Series S, and it's just like the performance is this drastically different. Like that's how I got through the Blair Witch and everything like that. But
you play Blair Witch? How's that running? How's that running? Because I'll download it just to see the.
Don't waste your bandwidth on that shit. That game's fucking garbage. Don't waste your fucking bandwidth on that shit.
I tried to re-download it. I didn't care for the story very much, but I beat the game. So
I beat that game too. That game was a fucking awful.
Yeah, that shit. It was getting good in the beginning, but it's like it fell apart so quick.
It was alright.
I like the story of it, but
I like the dog.
No, man.
Shout out to the Melodic Punk for $2. He said Psychonauts 1 is goated, 2 is looking great. Let me see.
Yeah.
I watched a playthrough of Psychonauts 1. I didn't play it, but I watched a playthrough. I bought it on Steam during the Steam sale. I don't know if I'll play it, because it's like a weird port, because it's like old as shit, and like it's just weird.
Like, I'm playing it, it doesn't feel bad. Like, I'm playing it.
Yeah, but it's just a weird old Steam or PC port. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll play it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll emulate it instead.
Definitely emulate that. Don't play it on Steam. The games like that I would just emulate.
So Psychonauts is coming August 25th. Good previews that is getting. I think it's like I said. I've been saying this for a while. I think it's gonna be, and people have been making fun of me for saying that it's gonna be low key game of the year. I don't think it may not win, but I feel like it's gonna get a shocking amount of
nominated
praise, to the point where it finds its way in some sort of nomination and at a surprisingly higher Metacritic than what everybody is expecting.
Yeah,
the original is a classic. People, these new age fucking gamers don't know shit. Like, Psychonauts is a classic. It's a classic. It was doing shit back in the day that no other gamer was doing as a platformer. Like, it's interesting, and the more and more they show it, the more and more I want to fucking play it. I'm already gonna buy it day one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I also, before the podcast started, I was watching the deep dive for The Ascent, and
that's a day one too.
After watching that, I'm super. Matter of fact,
I'm excited after watching that.
Me and Copa was trying to figure out, we gotta find a way where we all link up in four player co-op that and stick with it.
It is 4-player.
It's 4 players, right?
Yeah.
What game?
The Ascent.
Oh yeah.
Ascent's next week as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 days after flight.
Yeah, I got that pre-installed.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I can't wait to play that shit, man.
Looking forward to that game. Typically not. Well, I can't even say typically not, because games like that don't come out too often. Like,
Like I keep telling, like I keep telling every one of y'all to play Ruiner. It's like it's in that same.
I love Ruiner. I played the hell out of that
what
game.
you mean?
Oh, what do you mean,
Ruiner's
man?
so good.
I have never heard you talk about Ruiner till now. I already don't play
Yeah,
that.
You're
man.
lying.
Ruiner is
You're
fire,
lying.
bro.
You new
keep-
to it,
Go look at my tag.
I don't know how many times I've said like I got the OST to Ruiner. Like,
no,
Kuroi.
Kuroi. When I came in, the last time I was on Planet Xbox, I was naming indie games and I named Ruiner, and he said, "Yo, that shit's fire."
Yeah, like
Ruiner.
Yeah, last
All
time I was on here.
All right, I get
Shout out to Don.
That game is fire.
Shout out to Don.
Well, I never heard it.
He says $2. What Metascore do you guess for Psychonauts 2? I think 90. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't think 90.
85.
I don't think 90.
I don't think a 90.
I think I think.
I put 88.
You know what I think?
I think like 88, 87,
You know what I think?
maybe.
You know what I think? Just so I can be on par with my Xbox's winning title.
85.
Oh god.
An 89, just beating out Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, man.
89. If it does that, bro. If it not to say like I'm not. If it does that, I would literally go freaking ham on the internet. Just to.
I'm glad you mentioned Ratchet and Clank because now we have people like trolling the visuals of the game, saying it looks like shit. Like, what are you talking about? What?
It's like they've never seen the first one.
Well, like BG has a thread on his Twitter that's just like popping off right now. BG just
angry, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Bro, BG is just an old man yelling at the clouds at this point.
Exactly.
He's just yelling at any fucking thing that like, bro. He's just trying to make people angry on Twitter at this point.
So the talk is right. So this is what happened, right? If the specs all matched each other and PS5 had this little pretty 4K version of this shit and had 120 hertz, people wouldn't be talking this shit. People would, you know what they would have been doing? Ha ha ha! It's not exclusive. PlayStation still get it, and it's probably going to run better too. But now they can't use that because 120 frames is there, and they can't. It just now it's impossible to use that argument, right? But
now it seems like that they're wanting to sit there and just completely
dog the shit because what happened is
and hate the game. When before they're like, oh well, we're getting that on PlayStation as well. But now because they just look at these numbers and it has a lower resolution and stuff on their platform. Yeah, they're gonna sit there and dissect every single like screenshot, and they're showing like screenshots of the game that actually looks really good, and they're sitting there looking, saying, "Oh, this game looks ugly," or they're like,
"It ain't no Ratchet." Like the game isn't intended to be like a Ratchet type style.
So, they're pulling photo modes of Ratchet and Clank in comparison. Like fuck out of here.
It's like this style. Like
I don't get why we can't live in a world where Ratchet and Clank, exist and it's a great game and it's phenomenal and stuff, and then also sit there and say, "Hey, look, Psychonauts is also an amazing, great game." Why do we got to sit there and just drag one down because of people?
It's just people love to compare and just fight. It's like Halo.
They're gonna have.
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say that it's almost like they're hating it because it's gonna have the Xbox logo. Probably right
Xbox extension. That's what they say.
It's gonna have Xbox on it, and no matter how great, because I'm excited for it. I'm pumped for Psychonauts. I think that game looks great. I'm intrigued with the world and stuff like that. And I just bet those people are just not even gonna give the game a chance. They're gonna sit there and dog it. They're gonna give it low Metacritic scores, even on their own platform, just because it is associated with Xbox. Even though this game got crowdfunded in 2016 and has been something that fans of the series have been wanting for a while, they're going to sit there and still just dog on it just to do it.
In the same vein, it's just people want to compare if they're in the same genre. People just want to compare them as like, oh, this one is shit, but this one's not. It's like people that are saying like, oh, hey, Halo versus Resistance and Killzone. Oh, they were made to be Halo killers. Like, why can't they just fucking exist to be good games in the genre? These games can exist. They can coexist. They don't need to kill each other.
At least Halo's still around.
The marketing campaign.
I don't give a fuck. I prefer Killzone.
It was like there was the Halo killer and shit like that. There were magazine companies running with that, and I think that was like the talk behind Killzone at first. So.
I don't know where Nick that.
It's just
a video.
You probably went to sleep.
But yeah, like this Psychonauts 2 slander, it looks good to me. Like
It looks
art
great.
style, it's the same exact art style, and I think the graphically it has really nice environments. Some of the character models look good, and some of them look but overall it looks like a good game. Does it look amazing? No, graphically it doesn't look amazing, but it looks good.
I think
It's nothing to shit over. Like
shit is this a different?
It's completely.
I think
just this part.
sorry.
Like this part. Just like these games, like you said, like people like to compare when it's like a like similar gameplay. Yeah, they're both platformers, but graphically, like we're talking about two different environments and settings. Really, like they're not comparable because like you have Ratchet and Clank that's more futuristic. You have Psychonauts that's more like it's kind of like retro, almost psychedelic 80s type stuff. So you're gonna have more vibrant colors. Like with Ratchet and Clank, like you're gonna have more metallics, like you're gonna have more reflections and shiny shit. So it's like that's the stuff that people need to thinking about when you think about art style over just like the gameplay. Yeah, like games can have similar gameplay, but it's like their art styles and tones and environments are gonna differ and stuff. So
if you let people on Twitter tell you the game doesn't look like shit because of art style, it just looks ugly, period.
Yeah,
and
like
now they're completely throwing art style out the window.
Yeah. And there's the same people who wanted to fucking use art style to praise fucking Bug Snacks. Like, get out of here with the like
Bug Snacks looks. I would.
The type of shit like people like. The crazy thing is nobody had nothing else to say about Psychonauts visuals up until like these specs came out
like yesterday.
And until yesterday.
Nothing. That's true. It was nothing. Nothing came out before that.
It was shown last year. I told
we've seen the game for like 2.5 years, and nobody had nothing else to say.
They didn't say anything even during like the E3 showcase from Xbox. They had
nothing from E3, nothing last year. Like nobody was saying anything about the game, about its visuals, nothing. You had so much time to voice your concerns and say, yo, this game looks like trash. Until now, when the performance is shown, it's like, oh, now the game conveniently looks bad, even though we've been seeing the game for so long.
That timing. Like, that's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
That's not a coincidence.
The game conveniently looks bad.
People are showing their true colors now. Because the game isn't performing the way that they think it should on PlayStation 5. How about you talk to those engineers and say, yo, how about you fix your back compat mode? That's it. Now, like 2-3 years into the generation, it's not even gonna matter because it's gonna be just games being made for next gen. But like in the meantime, if they're not gonna fix it, don't complain about it. That's it.
Yeah. Like it's so silly, man.
Ratchet.
Sorry. I was gonna just say Ratchet and Clank. It looks like one of the best games I've ever like see functionally play. But that doesn't mean everything else comparatively it just becomes shit. Like there's something called a scale. Like does it like Psychonauts 2 doesn't look like Life of a Black Tiger. Like there's a scale of graphics. Like what the fuck?
It's like I don't understand. Like art style does come in to play. It's like if it's not a preferred. But the thing is, I've done watch these people play some weird ass fucking games that like dudes are playing 2D sprite games and fucking cell shaded games all the time. No problem. Oh, I enjoy the art style. Psychonauts had the even before Psychonauts 2 was announced, you could predict what Psychonauts 2 would look like because of Psychonauts 1. Yeah. It's like I know what Crackdown 4 is going to look like. Like I just know what it's going to look like if they elect to make another one.
No, I'll say Psychonauts 2 looks better.
No, it has that art style has been consistent throughout its franchise. So
kind of like
and Bless hit the nail on the head. It's all about scale. Yeah. This is originally a crowdfunded game. This didn't have a budget of a AAA game like a Ratchet and Clank that has like so many years of experience with Insomniac. Like that's a different level and scale of video game versus Psychonauts. So to even try to compare the two, one is not fair whatsoever.
Let's say this, right? Imagine, because I don't know what the crowdfunding was, but imagine this, right? You were making a game and you pretty much based off the game was going to be made based off just crowdfunding, and you made maybe $250,000 to get this game off the ground, right? And then midway through your development, a giant company comes in and is like, "Hey, we're gonna buy you, and then we're gonna just give you this money to make the game you want to make." So that just turns your $230,000 game into how much? Pretty much, it's just a game of time. How much time can I get this $230,000 game to like an actual normal game I would produce if money was not an issue? Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what they did in the middle of the development. It was going to be a budget mid game for last year.
Like they had taken out bosses and everything.
Yeah, it was going to be a mid-ass game. It was going to be your favorite 69. But and now it's going to be a decent playthrough. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Donataku. He says, "Remember they bombed MLB for being on Game Pass?" Yes, they review bombed it. And that performed better on PS5. Hey.
Oh yeah, I remember that video. It was like really
better
weird.
on PS5. Remember that? Was that deliberate?
Yeah, Xbox, it was like significant.
Xbox literally had to trust Sony as one of its third-party partners to get a dev kit. Think about it. Nobody had dev kits at the time, so Sony had to be one of the first to get dev kits to get this game out on time. Like,
yeah,
that's risky as fuck.
Yeah.
And then still at the end of the day, they still made the PS5 version run better than the Xbox Series X. So, I mean, there's that. Donataku says again, they were comparing Rift Apart to Psychonauts 2 when it first came out on Twitter. At least I saw.
It wasn't.
Maybe
maybe
that's true.
big.
I just don't remember.
Yeah, the conversation wasn't as big as it is recently because they announced the performance. Like I could see where it was a conversation for sure, but those talks are not as big as it is now. Like
now it's like a universal thing. Like
Twitter's going off, Reddit. You have videos being made about it. We're talking about it here on the podcast. Like it's a bigger conversation now than what it was before.
Yeah.
He said Bethesda would have PS5 dev kits. Remember, they were already working on 2 PS5 exclusive prior to being acquired by Xbox. So
I'll be right back.
Are you good? So you can't really use that. And remember, PlayStation was in the process of trying to secure
to get
Starfield. So
yeah. But one thing I will say though, to be fair, there's a lot of games that just didn't perform very well originally on the Xbox. And I mean the John from Digital Foundry and I think Rich also, they assumed it was just the not the dev kit, what do you call it? The code.
The tools.
The tools. He just assumed that the code was just not up to snuff compared to the PS5s. Cuz like DMC5 and yada yada or like Dirt 5 and stuff like that, like it just performed worse in certain areas. And well, I'll say actually in most games originally it performed worse in most games, but it's gotten better since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I'm guessing that the code has gotten better. The API or whatever it's called.
Most of it's been like neutralized.
The GDK, that's what it is.
A lot of people still use the November comparisons as if none of these games have been patched and updated. Nobody's really retesting these games and whatnot.
Yeah. MLB hasn't been retested.
MLB hasn't been retested. They didn't even do a full retest of fucking Dirt 5. They just, once they got the update to fix the image quality in 120 hertz mode, it was like, oh yeah, they fixed it. Boom. They didn't go into any details. Devil May Cry 5, I'm not even sure if it's been even updated or anything. I never bought the special edition because I owned the original game and I beat the original game. And I refused to buy the game again for it. I was like, if they do it in Game Pass, I'll play it then. But with Devil May Cry, this is the thing that pissed me off about the whole Devil May Cry comparison. In all modes, the Xbox had a
3 out of
higher
4
average frame rate. The only mode where the PlayStation fucking oddly one was, I think it was the 1080p
high frame rate performance mode.
The high frame rate performance mode, which was all right, cool. But the thing is, everybody kept using that and listing that as the token game because it was the first game comparison. But I was like, are you guys gonna ignore the other fucking modes? I know.
You know what else they ignored? If people watch the Digital Foundry video for PS5 versus Xbox Series X on Black Ops Cold War, while the ray tracing, the frames were dipping hard on the ray tracing mode on PS5, right?
Yeah.
But then on Xbox Series X, it kept it.
Yeah.
But no one ever mentioned that. All they mentioned was the 120 mode. Like,
I will say, in terms of Devil May Cry 5, also fuck them for not having a PC version of no ray tracing on the fucking platform that fucking founded ray tracing. Like, whatever. Fuck them.
That's crazy.
But, it's fucking stupid. But like, I will say that the percentage wise, as to how much the Xbox loses in that frame rate mode is a much higher percentage than it won in the other modes. I mean it's like 55 FPS versus 60. That's like what, like a 9% difference. Like the Series X was like losing. It was like 70. There was times there was like 70 FPS versus 110, which is much. That's like 30, 40%. To be fair,
game runs. There was no cap on any of the modes. They all ran at above 60. So at that point, it's like, all right, I'm going to lower my resolution I'm going to pick the performance mode, which is the 1080p 120. I think they were where you got, I guess you stuck closer to that 120 modes where the PlayStation 1 is like, all right, cool. But at that point, it's like, to me, it's like I still haven't even played it to the point, so I haven't even really seen the next gen version. But to me, I didn't think that was that big of a deal. And if they updated it, which they probably could have, we would never know unless we tested. That's why I'm glad I got this stupid. I don't want to spend the money.
This man is about to make
shit though. Like,
he's about to make comparison videos with Digital Foundry with his frame rate counter.
I'm literally about ready to do that shit. Use my fucking GoPro. We'll be playing it because it's accurate. It's fucking accurate. And I'm like, I'm happy that I
might do the same thing too. I got a frame rate counter in my.
What are you gonna use? Wait, what are you gonna use for the frame time graph though?
Fuck it. No, I'm just looking at the numbers. The fucking numbers. I don't need a frame time graph. The numbers. The fucking numbers. Bro,
he's gonna average that shit, bro. Bro, you gotta think this through now, sir.
I'm gonna fucking guesstimate it. I'm gonna just like, all right, 58 here. All right. And then,
bro, you gonna count every. Bro, good luck, bro. Good luck.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I wish they had programs that were just simpler, like you could just do it. Like
they do, but the tools that they have, like NX Gamer and Digital Foundry have, those are like really advanced.
Bro, like if I had the tools or the tools, the patience, and the time to do that shit, I would do that with every game that nobody tests. I would just test a bunch of random shit.
You know what's the hardest thing though? The pixel counting with games that have dynamic.
Oh yeah. Good luck with pixel counting.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I ain't doing that shit.
If you talk about just comparing performance, I can easily do it on my PC. But this is the game running on my 3090. That's it. But like, are you talking about like pixel counting and stuff? No, I'm not. I don't have the time nor the patience for that.
Best bot founder.
Yeah, wouldn't want me doing graphics analysis. I couldn't do it. I wish I had the talent to do that shit. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to know. Like the eye test. I go by the eye test. Performance, literally, thanks to this generation, is where I can I know that I'm playing at above a certain frame rate or when frame rate's dropping. Like after being confined to 27 frames per second to 30 frames per second for most of the gen, and then going from that to playing games consistently at a 60 and 120 or in between is just drastic night and day. And
I noticed that shit on the I noticed that shit on the PS3, like with GTA 5 and Far Cry. Like I noticed bad frame rates, but that's all I knew. So I was like, fuck it. The game is slowing down and like skipping, but fuck it. I'm still having fun. But like PS4 generation, I'm like, bro, really? We're still getting 30 FPS and not consistent 30 FPS? I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
It's the filmic mode. It's the filmic mode, bro. I just booted up. I just downloaded Mad Max and I saw like the FPS boost.
Yeah.
And I guess like the monitor that I had wasn't good enough to showcase it. So it's like when I when I booted it up and I saw it in like 60 frames, and I was sitting there looking like, motherfucker, look crazy.
Don't you got 120
like, I was
hertz
playing
monitor?
it, I was like, damn, I may go back and beat this jump.
Don't you got 120 hertz monitor?
Yeah.
That game's 120 frames.
It is. Well, I don't know. Is it
Mad
for the
Max.
Series S?
Yes, for both.
Oh shit! That's why. Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
you
that
gotta
nigga
turn
looks
that
hotted.
thing
Like,
on.
hey, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm loving the I'm loving the performance shit. I'm gonna be like such a performance snob. So when I found out the Psychonauts had 120, I was like, we're going in. Like that's so. I don't know. I like it for sure.
All right, and just make sure I'm not lying to you, but I'm pretty sure Mad Max is. Oh no!
Does it have two modes? Maybe.
No.
That's why.
It's
It's just one mode.
No, it's just FPS boosted. But I was wrong. It's
yeah. So it is 60.
It's 60 on the S, 120 on the X.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Like when you said 120, like I was like, it didn't feel like
He questioned himself. He was like, "Huh?"
Yeah, because
He was like,
Because that's what I'm saying. Because it was like it's an open world game. I remember when Smooth said that it was 120 for them, and I was just like, I had the list this, and then I was like, all right, this jank don't say 120. So and I've been playing Doom Eternal like nonstop. Like and that jank 120 is like.
Yeah, no, it has.
So it's just
it's 60 on S, 120 on the X.
Yeah.
But you know what game I didn't realize I didn't like what the My Friend Pedro.
My Friend Pedro, play
that's
that
120
play
on both.
It's so good. Play My Friend Pedro, and they got a number 2 coming out. They got a part 2 coming out.
Devolver Digital don't miss with the games they publish, bro.
They don't miss.
They don't fucking miss, bro.
They don't miss.
All right, guys.
And they got Shadow Warrior 3 coming out too soon. So
they still make those things.
That's a day one too. That shit looks fire.
Yeah, Shadow Warrior looks great.
They haven't shown it in a minute though, but I want that shit.
Nigga, beat that drinking Game Pass. Like, cause I know Game Pass has Shadow Warrior 2.
That shit, I fell asleep playing that shit one day.
What?
Yes.
Yo, did any of you guys play Gris?
Gris is also fire. That was published by Devolver.
Wasn't that demo? Wasn't is the game out or that was the demo that was out from the summer shit that they did?
No, Gris came out in 2018.
All right,
I played that on the Switch. That game is fire.
Yeah. See, it came out for the
I was gonna get on Switch, but I'm like, I'm gonna play this on Xbox.
And I think PlayStation and your phone. That was it. It never came to Xbox.
Oh, it never came to Xbox. Yeah. You're right.
It came to Game Pass PC, but it never came to Xbox PC. Game Pass.
Oh yeah. There you go. You see? You get the plug.
All right. But yeah, like it's almost time to get out of here. It's 10:57 p.m. Eastern. Yep. I apologize for the 2-part series. I'm actually going to rename part 2 of this so people could differentiate it. But appreciate Bless for coming through. It was good to have you. Always good talk, good conversation. Next week we are having.
It is?
What?
No, Donald Taku said that the next one is a mobile game only.
Oh,
what?
Bad. That sucks.
What?
Damn.
What?
Dude, I love My Friend Pedro though.
Oh my god.
But,
why?
Next week on Planet Xbox, we should be having RGT85. So my dude RGT from RGT85. You guys know who he is. He's also on the Spawncast with Spawn Wave and the crew. So. We got another Nintendo edition here. Maybe Blandrew will come back. We'll see. But hopefully, we six. He said he would come on. I think yesterday for next week. So I'll send out a tweet to confirm it once we get closer. But that's who's next on deck. Otherwise, man, it's been great. Great episode.
One thing I wanna shed light on. If you're on PC and you want to play New World or you're already tried, make sure that you cap your FPS, VSync up because or just cap your FPS in the G-Sync or NVIDIA control panel or AMD's control panel because that game has been killing GPUs, literally.
Yep.
So like I guess the frame rate goes to an exponential amount. that happens on other games. Like if you go on the menu for like Doom Eternal or some shit, like the frame rate goes to an exponential amount. But for some reason, this specific game is actually killing GPUs. I don't think it's the die that's dying. I think it's like
power
this,
usage.
I think it's the power delivery. The power delivery is just it's causing the cars to explode.
Yeah,
or like the MOSFET or the VRM.
Yeah, the VRM and capacitors are just like going out, and your core is fine, but all those other components are just dying.
Yeah,
the most that game.
Most of the reports are from 3090s from EVGA for the Win 3s, but there are other reports like 6900 XT. There was a report on those, and there's a report on a 6800. So yeah, just cap your frame rate in your control panel, and you'll be fine.
My man said it's blowing up computer parts. Like, don't play the game.
Yeah,
like
that is a very, very unusual. So yeah,
wow.
I just want to make sure. I'm not gonna play that game anyway, but
all right. Any of you guys got anything upcoming that you guys want to discuss before I hit that exit button?
New video, Steam Deck. That should be coming out pretty soon. So I'll have a video on that, and then I'm going to be working on a couple of reviews. I think I might do the Naruto review first. I gotta actually start recording gameplay from that, so I can have some footage and talk about that. And other than that, I think I might have a more in-depth video about my monitor in terms of like going through the settings, because I have a lot of people asking about that. So I'll try to satisfy that demand from the viewers.
Gotcha. That's what's
I will be all right. This is the setup. I will be doing a playthrough of Scorn whenever it comes out. I will be streaming that on Twitch whenever that comes out. I will be doing a playthrough of that. I don't know if it's at the end of this year or the start of next year. So it's just like whenever it drops, you'll know. Should I put the link out? And the guys will share the link out. And yeah.
You think we're gonna get the game this year?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, they still got the promos for it being 2022.
Yeah, they still
that and the
Crossfire.
That and the gunk. Well, did you see Crossfire did have a update?
Like an update,
on the multiplayer side. Just showing off the maps and the updated graphics and stuff.
And what about
that's on the multiplayer side. That wasn't on Remedy's side.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
And what'd you say about the?
But I mean. What's that?
You said something about the gunk earlier before we.
Oh, it's just the Scorn, the gunk, and Crossfire X are still slated.
Yeah,
they got 4 months. So
yeah,
bro, the Scorn looks so fucking disgusting, bro. I don't know if I'll actually play that shit. That shit looks nasty.
Like it looks gross, but I'm gonna still play it. So it's just like I'm just fuck. Like I really want to play the gunk too. Like I'm so like, where's the gunk, bruh? Let's do it.
That name is fucking hilarious.
The Scorn is like playing Doom but shot with a tranquilizer.
It's like a slow paced Doom with like a squirmy living being in your fucking as a gun.
Shit is like HR Geiger, the artist and shit like that. Yeah. So I don't like his art, so it's just like my brother likes his art, so not my thing.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I don't know. Check me out. Check out my Twitch. Plus Red. There. I don't know.
I don't got anything new coming out. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody please do something tomorrow. Maybe not. If there's something tomorrow, I'll probably have a video out.
EA,
and then Activision just got in trouble, right? Because some sexual allegations and shit, some bad work environment.
Yeah, apparently there's like a dude bro culture there, and there's a lot of sexual allegations going. There's been a lot of stuff happening with Activision throughout the years, but now it's all coming ahead.
They said Kiss Move they took out Warhammer Darkside. Oh yeah, Warhammer Darkside got delayed till spring 2022.
Okay.
And Crossfire X and Crossfire X got delayed to when though? Because I haven't seen the update.
Where have they said? I haven't seen anything about them saying it's been delayed.
Yeah,
I know Darktide got delayed to spring to 2022, which I mean I guess is fine now, but
they delayed some Ubisoft games too. They delayed Quarantine, Rainbow Six Quarantine, and they delayed the.
Really?
They just need to cancel that damn game. That's what I'm saying.
When did it get delayed?
Fuck you, dog. I'm gonna play that.
Is it so it's not coming out in October?
It's delayed next year, and the other game was that the Riders Republic, I believe, that got delayed as well. Yeah.
No.
To
Never mind.
September or October or some shit. I don't know. But yeah.
I don't see anything about Crossfire X. It still says 2021. The only thing I get that's been delayed is the stuff from last year to this year.
Yeah.
I don't see anything about being delayed this year to next year.
So actually, I'm interested in Riders Republic.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I don't even know what it is.
It was supposed to come out back in like February, and yeah, you're right. They delayed. It says it went from September 2nd to October 28th.
I don't know what the fuck's happening with Ubisoft. Every one of their games are getting delayed.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones doesn't exist.
No, they said that's still coming. That was like 8 years in development.
It's in development hell.
I remember when that game
yeah, they said it was like 8 years.
I remember when that game first got announced, right? The first thing people did, Sea of Thieves color. This is the real Sea of Thieves. Ah!
Yeah.
All right, that shit don't even exist, bro. That shit's
exist.
Vaporware. Vaporware.
All right, guys. I mean, Logan, you got anything coming up?
I don't got anything coming up. I'm just been streaming on Twitch lately. But since I'm getting that Series S, I may do some videos on that. And then obviously whatever comes out on EA Play tomorrow, I'll probably put out.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep me in the loop. What time is EA Play? 'Cause I think I'm working till 6. So
1 p.m. EST.
I'm gonna be relying on
1
you
p.m.
guys for that.
Oh, you said 1 p.m. EST. Damn, I'm gonna be at work too.
Yeah,
same thing.
So
I got my day
I might have to be a little bit later. So I guess we'll all be figuring out at the same time.
Yeah. He said, I just want to read Future Generations post before I get out of here. He says, 2022 looks like this: Stalker 2, Forza Motorsport, Starfield, Dark Tide. Imagine if we got Hellblade. Yeah, I think they need one more game. I know. Well, technically, to the 2022 for Xbox in terms of first party, you get you're gonna get Deathloop. That's gonna be September 2022. You're gonna get Starfield, which is gonna be the big game of 2022. You're gonna get Forza Motorsport, which is probably gonna be October 2022. So that's all second half. Stalker is the spring. I think it's April. Dark Tide is also the spring. I think Xbox needs a more so of a better. Oh, we got Redfall. You forgot Redfall summer. So that's probably going to be July or August of 2022. Yeah. I think they need a game sometime in February. If they get a game sometime in February, I think it'll be fine. But I think Starfield is going to be the big game. Redfall is, it is what it is with that. Forza, that's fine. Yeah, I think those are pretty much it. And then whatever doesn't come out this year that hasn't gotten this update. So yeah, 2022 is looking good. That's what I said, that the Xbox has no games. Narrative dies next week. Yeah. And
it already died, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're counting Death's Door as a quote-unquote exclusive, yeah, that shit is above 85, bro. Your reign has begun.
The floodgates is open.
But did you? My bad.
Go ahead.
Did you? I forgot. Did you actually make that bet about the rest of their game being 85?
No, we didn't. He didn't stay in for the After Dark to actually complete the bet. But I was like, every game from now on, it's gonna be. I said every game for the rest of the year that they dropped is gonna be above 85. I said, and
all right, 80s. Oh, 85 above 85. What?
Yeah,
I can see that, bro.
I mean, you got Death's Door. Right? So the next game the next game is Flight Sim, which is going to be a 90 just because of the PC version. I don't see it I'm just carrying that 90 over. Psychonauts,
at least like a 80s high 80s.
Yeah, I think the Ascent is going to be a high 80s. I think Psychonauts is going to be a high 80s, and I think Forza and Halo is going to push a 90. I know Forza is pushing a 90. Halo Infinite, I'm hoping is pushing a 90. So we shall see.
Like Halo and them Jones, they may be like high 80s, like that 87.
Forza Horizon is getting a 93, nothing less.
It's good.
Nothing less.
So
yeah, for sure.
Look Horizon. Look at the peasant that just came in here. You ain't had nothing to do tonight.
Oh man, he a peasant now. Mic muted.
You're gonna like Bond. I'm letting you know it's 11 o'clock. I'm trying to get out of here. So it's you have whatever.
No, that's why I just got in from dinner, so you know I had to say my piece. Smooth, you play Ratchet and Clank yet?
I played a portion of it. I played a good portion of it.
You didn't finish it?
Didn't finish it.
Why not?
I just haven't been playing my PlayStation.
What you waiting for? Like Psychonauts?
Nah, I'm waiting actually till I get like a good weekend off to sit there and play it. So like this weekend I'll probably play it.
You did say that Psychonauts was a Game of the Year contender, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put money on it wins Game of the Year. I'm not gonna put money on that it wins Game of the Year. That's a bet I will have to. If it's nominated, then I'll bet. If it's nominated,
I don't even think it's gonna get nominated.
If it's nominated, I'll be in there because if it gets nominated, I'll definitely do it.
I don't know if it's gonna get nominated, but
it's
gonna be a good game
this year. So
it's gonna be a good game regardless.
So
it don't matter to me.
Smooth. I will definitely take that bet that if it gets nominated, that it won't win Game of the Year.
Okay.
Y'all in this chat heard this, right?
You said what?
That if Psychonauts gets nominated, we're betting the game that it will win Game of the Year, and I'm betting it won't win Game of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, but
y'all heard
taking the bet.
Y'all heard he already took it. I'm just confirming that y'all heard this, right?
Yeah, man. I thought Smooth, you don't want the Halo to win. What the fuck you sabotaging? Is this reverse sabotaging?
Hold up. That's exactly what I was about to say. See, I put myself in a win-win situation because he bet two different games to win Game of the Year.
What are you doing, bro? I'm thinking about Halo, and I'm like, bro.
So if one of his games wins, the best he can do is break even. But if none of his games win, he stands to lose 2 games.
Smooth. What the fuck, bro? You gotta have, bro.
I forgot.
You have to be aware. You have to be aware of all your bets, bro.
But hold on, no,
you need to write these.
But the thing is, here's the thing, right? Psychonauts has to get nominated. If it doesn't get nominated,
this is true.
It is what it is.
Yes.
So I'm fine. And if I got 2 games in the pool, I'm actually fine. This is like betting like on it if my team makes it to the finals.
No,
if
Smooth.
What's up?
Because if one of your team wins, the other loses. So at best, you can only break even. But if nobody on their team wins, you lose 2 games.
Well,
see, at worst, I can only break even. There's no winning situation for you unless they get joint Game of the Year.
I would actually. That would be an honor. If I don't care at that point, if one of them were to win, it wouldn't bother me losing or breaking even at that point. It wouldn't bother me.
It won't bother me getting the game either. So.
Fair enough.
But
I'm glad I got here in time, boys.
You guys have a good one.
Let me screen cap. Nobody leave yet. Let me screen cap this panel. We got Dopest J, Ole Man Logan, Steam Deck Gang.
I can't confirm nor deny anything.
Make sure I got everybody here.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'll catch you guys later. Pleasure doing business with you.
Peace. Bye.